There's all this pressure in my ears like they need to pop, and I can't even hear myself when I'm speaking. Hey besties, and welcome back. About halfway through this video, I'm gonna totally shift the focus of the video, so just bear with me. Have you noticed that it feels like on YouTube, tutorials have been replaced? I feel like every content creator used to post tutorials. Constant tutorials. But now I feel like it's left tutorials, and now it's all about the get ready with me. The transition to get ready with me content makes a lot of sense, especially as we as a society have been embracing short form content a lot more. Get ready with me's are a lot easier to film and edit for short form. They're also a lot easier to film and edit than a tutorial is. If you've been around since the early days, you know how intricate filming tutorials could be. It could be simple. It could be someone sitting there filming it on their MacBook back in the day. But people started expecting more out of YouTube content. It had to be different shots for each step. It had to be cinematic. Get ready with me's are just very casual. You know, the creator is normally chit-chatting as they're doing their makeup, as they're getting ready for the day. If it's on short form, generally the creator isn't even just showing them doing their makeup, they're showing them, you know, doing everything in the morning. It's the same thing as a morning routine, and routine videos used to be everything on YouTube as well. If you mess up something on your makeup, you don't need to go back and redo everything because they see every single shot of it. It's so easy to edit things out of a get ready with me video. But the point of tutorials was to give us ideas. We could do the same thing. These are the products that people used. Get ready with me's half the time don't even show the actual product. It's just, oh, then I put on my concealer. They don't tell you what concealer it is anymore. So why, from a platform that used to be all about teaching you how to do things and getting inspiration, do we now lean so much into the get ready with me's? Honestly, a big part of it is loneliness. Get ready with me's were the absolute perfect thing to come out during the pandemic. Everyone was at home, they weren't spending time with their friends. You had get ready with me's as an option. People weren't actually getting ready in the morning to go out anywhere. They were just doing their makeup to hang out around the house. But watching their videos, you felt like you were sitting there with a friend. You felt like you were spending time with your friends again when you weren't able to. That part of human nature that needs connection, needs friendships, that's what get ready with me's really help a lot with. A lot of the time, also, when people are just chatting, you can relate to what they're talking about. For example, if instead of just talking to you about get ready with me culture, if I was filming a get ready with me video instead, say I'm talking about my ADHD and how my mind is all over the place because my meds haven't kicked in yet today. Anyone else with ADHD would get that. And they would relate and they'd be like, oh, I'm not alone. I'm not the only person whose brain is still a mess until the meds kick in. There's also something comforting in the routine of a get ready with me. I feel like most get ready with me's follow the same general formula. It's let me do my skincare. Oh, let me do my base. Let me do my eyes. They go in the same general order. They go in the same general setup. You know what to expect. There's something comforting about routine. But also, since the structure is so similar in all the get ready with me's, it's kind of like turning on an old favorite TV show. I know that I rewatch How I Met Your Mother over and over and over and over and over. It's comforting. I know everything that happens. It's so soothing to my soul. And that's what get ready with me's are. They're predictable. You know what's going to happen because it's the same for everyone's for the most part. Yes, everybody can talk about something a little bit different, but the routine is so the same that it's predictable, it's comforting, it's soothing. But dare I say, the most important part of get ready with me's and the most valuable part of them, and why I do think that they are as successful as they are and why they should stick around: body doubling. If you don't know what body doubling is, it's a hack that a lot of neurodivergents and some neurotypicals as well use. It's pretty much when having somebody else's presence there, be it in person or virtually, makes it easier to do something. I have been body doubling since before I knew what body doubling was. When I was young and my environment was chaos, I could always clean if Casey was there or if my sister was there. I couldn't be productive if they weren't there. Now, they didn't have to do anything. The amount of times that my sister would sit on my bed and watch Laguna Beach and scroll on her laptop while I would clean up around her, at that point, I didn't know what body doubling was. I just knew I was more productive if she was there. And I was more productive if Casey was there. I needed somebody there. If you follow me on Instagram and you've seen me working on redoing my apartment, that's still body doubling. No, I may not necessarily have people over, but having the camera set up, that makes it body doubling. Think about it. if you watch Get Ready With Me's, are there ever days that you say, oh, I don't feel like getting ready today? And then you're just mindlessly scrolling and you find a Get Ready With Me and you say, oh yeah, I'm gonna do my makeup now? That's what body doubling is. You see someone else getting ready and you go, oh, I'll get ready too. Or you play a Get Ready With Me as you're getting ready so that you feel like you're not getting ready by yourself. Body doubling is genuinely the biggest neurodivergent life hack that I have. And it's now commonly used in the form of Get Ready With Me videos. Y'all know that as a content creator myself, I'm skeptical about a lot of things, and I like to also warn y'all about a lot of things. I need to make sure that y'all know that most Get Ready With Me's aren't real, by the way. If someone's doing a Get Ready With Me as a full morning routine, it's not real. Some Get Ready With Me's might be somebody actually getting ready, but it's the middle of the afternoon. The Get Ready With Me's that you see that are morning routine style, the camera's not already set up before that person wakes up. I know that most of us know by now that the internet isn't real, but I want to make sure that those who didn't know that do know. I'm not saying Get Ready With Me's are completely fake, especially if it's just someone sits down and just does their makeup and talks to you about something and it's not like the full morning routine style. I think that they blocked off that day as filming content. They're sitting down to get ready to film content. There's nothing wrong with that. I would also very much like to point out there is absolutely nothing wrong with that. I do that. But I just want to make sure that y'all know that it's produced. It's not somebody just sitting down with their phone and hitting record and then immediately posting. It's produced, it's edited, they set up a time to film it, it's produced. I know, YouTube figured out that everything's produced back in the Lonely Girl 15 era. Oh, I'm well aware of that, but I also know that I've had some younger audience and they've messaged me about things and I'm like, okay, so we're back to not knowing that the internet isn't real. I try to keep it as real as possible with y'all, but I still produce my content. This is produced. I edit this. I color grade this. There are a lot of cuts because my medication have dry mouth, so I cough, my voice cuts out a lot. As real as I try to keep it, it's still produced. Like I was saying with the body doubling, it feels like you're sitting there with a friend. It feels like someone that you've gotten to know, but you don't know them. It's produced. It's whatever side they're showing you. People are forming these parasocial bonds with Get Ready With Me content creators. People think that they're their friends because it feels like you're sitting down and chatting with a friend for it. Parasocial relationships can be dangerous for the creator and for the consumer. For the consumer of the media, obviously there's you feel like you have this friend who doesn't know you exist, and that can be so damaging to your own personal mental health because you keep considering this person a friend and then one day it clicks that they have no idea who you are. That could destroy someone mentally. I'm really worried for Gen Alpha on that front. I feel like TikTok and all of social media has made that a whole different ballgame. I remember back when Twitter rolled out, I used to talk with somebody from One Tree Hill on Twitter almost every day. Ashley Rickards, who played Sam, she and I were mutuals on Twitter. I knew that she didn't know who I was, but she still talked to me every day. I wasn't of the mindset of, oh, like, this actress and I are friends. I was just like, oh, we follow each other and we'll talk back and forth, like that's cool. But nowadays, people follow content creators on Instagram and on TikTok, which as they should, but they're commenting on all their posts, and then if the creator comments back, they're like, oh good, we're friends now. And I worry about Gen Alpha on that front, because what's gonna happen if they realize that this person doesn't know them at all? I remember the first content creator I befriended. I was very early in on my content creation journey, and I was an active viewer of hers. I actively consumed her content, I commented, she would always comment back and then realize I was also putting out content, so she would start watching my content. We would talk back and forth, we became mutuals, and she was local. We were both in Massachusetts. We exchanged phone numbers, we'd gone out for lunch. At one point she came down to Salem and she texted me and she was like, Maya, I'm in Salem, let's meet up. She and I became friends. Up until she and I went out to lunch that day, I wouldn't have called her my friend though. Even when I was talking to my ex about her and like making those plans to go out to lunch, I'd be like, oh, so like Kim and I are going to get lunch this day. Her name's Kim, by the way. But I didn't say my friend. I said Kim. I used her name because at that point, I didn't consider us friends. It would have been parasocial. I talk about my content creator friends now because I've gone to all of these events. I've met and befriended so many amazing people. I have so many of my friends' phone numbers as well, by the way. That's a big thing, and that's how I explain a lot of it to my current fiance, is if I'm talking about content creators, I'll be like, oh yeah, so like my friend, then I'll say their name and he'll be like, oh, like, are you friends? And I'm like, well, I have their number in my phone, so what does that tell you? But also not having their number doesn't make me any less friends with them, because like my friend Tavy, girl, I freaking love you, but I don't have your number. Maybe we should fix that. We'll We'll fix that next time I'm in New York. I'm very particular though, as a content creator, that if I have not spent time with somebody in person, I don't like to refer to them as my friend. That might be a hot take. That's not saying that I don't genuinely care about those people. If I only know you online and we haven't actually spent time together in person, that doesn't mean I don't care about you. I just have to redefine friend for my own mental well-being. But I have seen a lot of Gen Alpha referring to miscellaneous content creators as their friends. I call my viewers my besties because I have so much love for anyone that takes time out of their day to tune in and watch my content, but at risk of sounding like a bitch, I don't know you. I'm so grateful to each and every one of you that does take time out of your day to watch my content, but if you don't interact with my content and I run into you on the street, I'm not gonna know who you are. Even if you do interact with my content, if you don't come up and say, oh, my username is this, I'm not gonna know who you are. Back when I worked retail, I had somebody come up to me at the store I was working at and just go, oh my God, like, are you Maya? I watch you on YouTube. Which was a huge moment for me, by the way. It was wild, but I didn't know them. They were acting like we were besties and I didn't know them. Don't get me wrong, I still was polite to them. I'm grateful, I thanked them for watching, but I'm not gonna ask you, how's your cat? Because I don't know that you have a cat. I'm not gonna ask, how's your relationship with your parents? Because I don't know you. And I feel like that's the problem with a lot of Gen Alpha and current content creators, and Get Ready With Me culture is making it worse. Also, obviously, parasocial relationships are dangerous to content creators. Christina Grimmie, most content creators out there that have had to deal with a stalker of some sort. It normally starts as a parasocial relationship. I'm not saying everyone who has parasocial relationships becomes a stalker, but it happens and content creators have to be aware of it. I've had issues with a stalker that had nothing to do with my online presence, so I'm extra careful now because if he finds my online presence, that's a problem. There is some good to parasocial relationships as long as you don't let it get out of hand. Like I said, when I befriended Kim, I started as just an active viewer and it started as a parasocial relationship, which developed into a real friendship. If you just keep that line in your head of this is a parasocial relationship and they don't actually know me, then it can be perfectly healthy. It can be good. It can even potentially develop into a real friendship. I have a handful of other content creators that I'm mutuals with that I've never met, that we don't like DM back and forth, or we do a little bit, but like not enough to really know each other. And I'm aware that those are parasocial relationships, that I kind of know them, they kind of know me, we're mutuals, but we're not friends. If I were to run into them on the street, I wouldn't be like, oh my God, like it's you. And they wouldn't be like, oh my God, it's you. You have to sort of keep that dissonance in your mind in order for parasocial relationships to be healthy. Granted, sometimes overstepping that line is the best thing for the content creator, but that's a very rare situation. Think Eugenia Cooney or Gabby Hanna. Those are the only times that I can really think of off the top of my head where fans overstepping that parasocial boundary has been good for the content creator. Eugenia Cooney, everyone's trying to get her help. I don't know what's happening on that front. I can't pay attention to that because that's too triggering for me. Gabby Hanna, everyone was calling in wellness checks. They were trying to get her mental health squared away. Yes, they were parasocial relationships, but people realized in both situations that things aren't right and we're trying to get help for them. But that's not the case for 98% of content creators. For 98% of content creators, we only show you a little bit of our lives. I try to show you a lot. I try to show you as much as I can. I try to be as real with you as possible, but there's still things I don't show you. I haven't shown you the wedding planning and how stressed out I am over that. I don't show you a lot of me and my fiance because he's a very private person. I don't show you a lot of me and my friends because most of them are private people. I have this entire book of miah lore that I can't get into yet because it involves other people, but trust and believe when I say soon you'll get the trauma dump. I am coming around to finally giving y'all the trauma dump. But even the content creators that try to be as real as possible, try to share everything and be as real as possible, don't share everything. Parasocial relationships work when you know where to draw the line. When you as a viewer can draw the line and say, okay, this is this content creator, I enjoy this content creator, they're not my friend, but it feels like I'm sitting with a friend, perfect. That is what Get Ready With Me are supposed to be for you. This video started about Get Ready With Me and turned into this whole thing about parasocial relationships, which clearly you can tell that my ADHD meds have not kicked in yet because my brain tangent. Back in the day, Get Ready With Me started as sort of a simpler tutorial. As I'm not going to teach you what to do, but this is what I do every day. It started about the beauty and about the products. But now it's not about that anymore. Now Get Ready With Me's are about connection. It's about making somebody feel like they're not alone. It's about helping somebody get ready for the day because they can't do it without body doubling. I feel like I can do just about anything if I set up a camera and I point it at me to do it. Maybe that's delusional, maybe that's a form of body doubling, but I feel like I can do anything if I set up a camera and say, I'm going to do this. And I know a lot of people out there, when they're stuck in bed because they don't have the motivation to do anything, can find the motivation once they turn on a video of someone else doing the thing. So maybe at the end of the day, that's what Get Ready With Me culture is all about. It's about not just the creator motivating themselves to do things and get ready, but it's about motivating the audience to do it as well. It's about feeling like you're not alone. It's about, when the creator's getting ready, feeling like you have a friend there that you can chat with. Just like the old days when you and your bestie would be sitting on your bedroom floor together doing your makeup. Get Ready With Me culture has become all about the connection, which I think is beautiful, but can also be scary. Now tell me, why do you watch Get Ready With Me's? Is it for the connection? Is it for body doubling? Is it because you genuinely just want to see potentially what products a creator is actually using? Do you prefer the sit-down chit-chat Get Ready With Me's? Do you prefer the morning routine type Get Ready With Me's? Do you prefer Get Unready With Me's? Do you want to see some Get Ready With Me's here on my channel? Because I can do it. I've done Unwrought With Me's. I can do Get Ready With Me's. Do you feel like Get Ready With Me's cause too many parasocial relationships? Have you been part of a parasocial relationship? Where do you draw the line between a parasocial friendship and a real friendship? Let me know all of this down below because I would love to hear your takes on it. As somebody in the creator space who made a lot of wonderful friends in the creator space, in relationships that started out as parasocial until we realized we were in the same creator space and became real friends, I love hearing other people's input. And most importantly, do you think that Get Ready With Me's lead to more unhealthy parasocial relationships, or do you think that they're just the right balance? Thank you so much for watching. Please make sure to subscribe. I put out new videos every Wednesday, Sunday, and then alternating Mondays and Fridays. When you do subscribe, make sure that you hit the bell, otherwise YouTube will never tell you when I post new videos. It's a little bit broken like that. Let me know your thoughts on Get Ready With Me's and parasocial relationships down below. I love you all, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.
I don't know, but I've been told the world outside is oh so cold. So cold.